I'm Sachin. I've been working as a blockchain developer for last 4 years. Today we got a task in Substrate blockchain, like we are going to solve it. Okay. Before that, this is the question: like create a custom Substrate palette that allows to only root origin account to control the list of club members. Only the root origin account can add account as a member on chain storage, and root origin can remove the account from the club from on chain storage. Please include the GitHub benchmark analysis and test case. Okay, so over here, first of all, we need to know we have to create a custom palette. Let's go with the primary analysis. Okay, we have to create a custom palette, and the palette name will be pallet club. Okay, after that we have created the palette. We need to know who is the root origin. Actually, in dev chain, we are going to run the Substrate dev chain. Okay, so as you guys may know, when we run a dev chain, there will be a set of predefined account like Alice, Bob, Alistair, something like that. And by default in dev chain, Alice will be as a pseudo user. Okay, that means Alice have the admin privileges, like a root origin kind of thing. That is the meaning of root origin is an account with super privileges. Okay, so Alice will be our super user, and another Bob Stash, everyone will be a normal user. Okay, then root origin is Alice, and she's the pseudo key, and she got the admin privileges. After that, we have to create a club module. Okay, we are going to name our palette. Even though we created a palette as palette club, for outside world we need a name, like that will be the club module. As the problem suggests, the root origin has to add the set of other users into the club. Okay, so we are creating a club module. Okay, and that will be the outer world name. After that, what are the functionalities we need? Okay, we have to manage certain functionality. We like the logic. What are the logics we need to build inside the palette? Okay, uh, precisely the what are the functionality comes inside the palette code. Okay, so we need three type of functionality. The first one is request to join the club. Okay, right now Alice is the pseudo user, means root origin. She owns the club. Okay, so others has to request to Alice that please allow us to join your group, something like that. Okay, so this function can be called by anyone. Then the first function will be request to join the club, and anyone can call this function, and it's a signed function. Okay, so over here, it's a normal signed transaction. It will take a signed private key and take a transaction charge as usual. Okay, after that we have two more functions. The other function is add requested member to the club. The first function will request to Alice that add this user to the club. Okay, it will all come inside a vector. Okay, so once it comes to this request pool, now Alice can select the particular person or the user from the request pool and add it to the club. Okay, now the request pool is a temporary waiting area, something like that. Okay, so we need a add requested member to the club. This is an Alice only function. Only Alice can be called this. Okay, the third function is remove member from the club. See, Alice is the pseudo user, root origin, so she has the ability to add a user and remove a user. So we need a remove function also, remove member from the club. This is also Alice only function. Okay, so we completed our primary analysis, and this is the thing we need to build. Thankfully, I have completed everything. This is I'm doing this for recording this purpose. Whoever seeing this video can understand how the flow works for that purpose. I'm going back to my code. Over here you can see Substrate node template. You can download it from the clone it from the GitHub, and all the things you need is a prerequisite, like you need to have Rust installed, Rust toolchain installed, After that, you have to build cargo build so that all the dependency will be prepared and ready to be deployed. Okay, I have completed everything, so I'm not showing you that here right now. So the thing we already discussed, we need to create a custom pallet name, pallet club. Okay, so we will go to the pallet folder. Inside pallet folder, we have a pallet club. I have already created the pallet club. Inside pallet club, as usual, it's a library crate. It will have a test function to check all the functionality is working fine or not. Then the mock test is also considered for testing benchmark as well as test cases. Okay, this is the area lib.rs where our logic has been built. As I told you, I have built three functionalities inside the pallet code. We have three functionality. One is request to join the club, like it's a open function, anybody can call it. The other function is remove like add requested member to the club, like Alice can only call this function because Alice has the privilege, and Alice can add the requested people from that vector into the club vector. Okay, then the remove from member from the club, this is also an Alice privilege function. Okay, so we have completed this part, and we have run created the test case also. You can see like let's run first test case cargo test minus p for certain pallet. Okay, our pallet name is pallet club. Yeah, 4 test case passed. We have written only 4 case. 1 2 3 4 4 has been passed. Okay, now let's start build the chain. Okay, before that, here you can see this is the Polkadot JS Explorer. It's a web version. You can open this in your browser, and there's an option for development, and you can connect with the local node. By default, whenever I start the dev chain will be hosted on port number 9944. So whenever I start it, this website will connect with my local host. Okay, so I'm going to start the chain by target release no template dev chain. Yeah, it started. So now the block has been successfully created. Okay, it's generating block number 1. If you go over here, it automatically connected. See, over here you can see a set of account like Alice dash Bob. This all are predefined account with some fund, okay, balances. Okay, so when I click Alice, you can see Alice is a pseudo key. That means the root origin is Alice. Okay, when I click Alice dash, it doesn't have that badge. That means only one person at a time can have the root privileges. Okay, so let's go to the developer and extrinsic. Extrinsic is nothing but you can simply, it's a transaction. Okay, anything which comes outside into the runtime is called extrinsic. That is the exact definition. Okay, over here right now I'm selecting Bob. Okay, Bob want to join with Alice club. Okay, Bob is going to do this transaction. He will go to our club module. As I told you, our template name is club module, and over in club module we have the 3 return function. One is add requested member to the club, remove member from the club, and request to join club. Since this is the first time, Bob has to request to Alice to join the club, so Bob select the 3rd function, request to join the club, and Bob execute a transaction. Okay, transaction completed. Now again, one more person. Let's go to Bob's stash. Okay, and Bob's stash is also requesting to Alice to add him also in the to the club. Okay, that transaction is completed. Now when we go to chain state, over here you can see this is the pseudo storage, like the blockchain storage. Over here we can select the club module. Over here you can see there's a 3 functionalities like membership. It's not a functionality, it's actually a vector. That's it. Membership request list. Okay, where Alice can see whoever has been requested, and this is the root club members, whoever are right now in the club. Okay, right now when we check the root club members, there is nobody because nobody is there. Alice has been approved anyone. When we click membership request list, 2 people has been requested, Bob and Bob stash. See, the address of 2 people are already there. Okay, now let's I told you Alice has the privilege to, let's add Bob to the club from the request list. Okay, here it will go to the pseudo privilege function. Over here we will again select club module and add requested member to the club. Right now it's in the waiting list, we need to add them to the club. Okay, who, Bob or Bob stash? Let's add Bob. Okay, when we submit the transaction, Bob has been successfully added. When we again go back to the change state and select the club module and see the requested membership, right now it only have Bob's stash because Bob has been moved from the waiting list to the club. Now Bob is inside the club. Okay, when we select the root club members who are in root club members, see this is the block address. So this is the address of the Bob and it has been added at block number 32. You can see it's right now it's block number 37. Okay, now Bob stash is outside waiting in the request list and Bob is inside the club. Now Alice is a super origin. Alice can able to, Alice have the ability to add the user. Now also she need to have the ability to remove the user. Let's go to, click here, not here, actually go to the extrinsic, no, pseudo, it says privilege function, select the club module and see remove member from the club. Okay, we can select Bob. Right now only Bob is inside it, we are selecting it Bob, confirming the transaction and it's completed. Again we go back to change state, select the club module and requested member list, it will have Bob stash. When we go to the root club, whoever in the root club, nobody is there because Alice removed the Bob from the list. This is the entire flow of the project. Okay, so remaining part is I have showed you the test case and each functionality, how it functionality. Actually this video should be less than 50 minutes, otherwise YouTube won't allow me to add this. So maybe in another video I can explain you the code base. Thank you for watching.